Recently, we saw Honor launch the Win phones with massive 10,000 mAh batteries. Quite literally the next day, leaks popped up of a Realme phone with a 10,001 mAh battery. Yes, a single mAh battery flex. That's what they were going for. Now, before Realme even announced anything officially, Honor's come back swinging with this, the Honor Power 2 packing a 10,080 mAh battery. Yeah, I'm absolutely loving this battery arms race, but I also have one lingering question about this phone. Given how closely it's positioned to the Win RT, why does this even exist? In today's video, let's unbox the Power 2, take a close look at what it brings to the table besides that insane battery, and try to figure out the reason for its existence. If this is your first time here, or in case you just can't remember, my name's Ash, you're watching C4E Tech, and let's get started. The box is quite plain with Power 2 logos all around. I picked up the 12256, Honor also offers a 12512. The RAM's LPDDR5X, storage UFS 4.1 in case you're interested. Opening up the box, the first thing you see is the phone itself, removing it from its protective cover. This orange, is it just me or does this look kinda sorta similar to a certain other phone? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Honor also offers this phone in black and white. The black is quite muted and comes with a polished metal frame. The white, it's got some subtle patterns to the back, and both the white and orange variants also get color-matched metal frames, but these come with a matte finish. Now the back on all three is frosted fiberglass, so the Power 2, it's quite resistant to fingerprints and smudges. Now if you look closely at this frame, you'll notice more antenna lines than usual. Now that's due to the antenna design and RF chip Honor's using here to improve cellular and Wi-Fi reception. Now the Power 2 actually looks quite nice, and it is slimmer and lighter than the Win series, which is honestly impressive given that battery capacity. Now the camera array here, I like the Power logo and the pattern underneath. And no, this is not a triple camera setup, the third cutout is just an IR blaster. You also get NFC, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 6, the Type-C port is USB 2.0 and the fingerprint scanner is optical. This is placed a little too low for my liking. Now despite being lighter than the Win RT, the Power 2, it still feels solid. It's got that reassuring heft to it. Add to it the typical late 2025, early 2026 design language. This is not the most ergonomic phone around, and so the low fingerprint scanner placement, it can feel a tad inconvenient. It does work with wet hands though, which is useful, especially since Honor offers up to an IP69K rating for ingress protection. So guys, what do you think about this design? On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate this phone? Drop a comment down below. Let's wrap up the unboxing. In the box, you also get a SIM tool, a quick start guide, a transparent soft case, a Type A to Type C cable with orange accents, and finally an 80-watt Honor supercharger. Using this, you can take the Power 2 to 40% in half an hour. A full charge takes close to an hour and a half, which honestly isn't bad at all given the insane 10,080 mAh battery inside. And having a battery like this, it genuinely changes how you use your phone. Like, you don't mind missing a charge at night, you don't really stress about it. You don't worry about leaving GPS on or shooting a ton of videos outdoors. You don't even consider plugging it in when gaming. It just removes battery anxiety entirely. Now while I'm yet to personally daily drive this phone, early coverage out of China suggests the battery life is ridiculous, even better than the Win series. And this is the moment when it really hit me. With a battery like this, with this kind of a design, and the performance is also good. I'll get to that in just a minute. With all this is definitely a good phone. So the question is not, is it good? But it's more, who is it actually meant for? Especially when a phone like the Win RT already exists. Now, hang on for a little bit, because by the time we get to pricing, all this will make a lot of sense. Now anyways, you can also use this phone as a power bank if you want, thanks to 27-watt reverse wired charging. Now at the heart of the Honor Power 2 is MediaTek's Dimensity 8500 Elite. MediaTek's answer to Qualcomm's 8S Gen 4. Performance here is very good. Even under a stress test, the Power 2 only lost a little over 20% of its performance peak, which is genuinely impressive by today's standards. It did get toasty though, touching 50 degrees, but that only happened during the stress test, not during real-world use. Gaming overall was a comfortable experience, helped a lot by this excellent display that Honor's chosen to go with. This here is a 6.8-inch AMOLED panel with a 1.5K resolution and 120Hz refresh. It's an LTPS panel. Honor claims 8000 nits for HDR, and under auto mode it hit around 1850 nits, which is bright enough for outdoor use even under direct sunlight. Under low light there's 3840Hz PWM dimming, and there's also Honor's usual suite of eye protection features built in. This panel, it's paired with symmetric stereo speakers with balanced channels that sound loud and crisp. On the software front, we get Magic OS 10 built atop Android 16, and thanks to the powerful SoC underneath, the experience is smooth and fluid throughout. Camera-wise, as I mentioned earlier, you only get a dual camera setup to the back. The primary is a 50-megapixel sensor paired with an f1.88 lens with OIS. Images were fine overall, not spectacular, but perfectly usable. Even under low light, the results were acceptable. Video tops out at 4K 60fps. The secondary is a mediocre 5-megapixel ultra-wide, and for selfies you get a 16-megapixel shooter. Images were serviceable. Selfie video caps out at 1080-30, which is a bit of a bummer. Pricing-wise, the Honor Power 2 starts at 2699 RMB in China. On its own, the price isn't bad, but again, it raises the same question: why does this phone exist? Because yes, it's got 80 mAh more than the WinRT. It's got a higher claimed brightness peak. But the WinRT is slightly cheaper, offers the Snapdragon 8 Elite, a display with a faster refresh rate and better optics. Now, if I were to guess, I'd say the WinRT is aimed squarely at China's hyper-competitive online market, while the Power 2 is more of an offline-focused device. Which also means for those of us outside of China, the odds of this launching globally are much higher. So while the WinRT might offer better value, in a vacuum, or say in markets where the WinRT does not exist, the Honor Power 2 could still make sense, as long as cameras aren't a priority. So what do you think about the Honor Power 2? And if this were to launch globally, would you be interested in picking one up? Drop a comment down below, and while you're down there, drop this video a like, subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. And thanks for watching. Ash out.